All right, I've initiated another session. All right, so I've initiated another section now. Okay. So yes, variable is like global, it's for everything. So let me create a new file here. Let me create a JavaScript file here. Say app.js. So in this particular one, if it is JavaScript, you can say let response. So you can let response, but for Python is just normal English language. You just write it directly. Response equals. Are you getting the point? But for JavaScript, you have to let it. All right, you let it. But here you just type response and then it understands that it's a variable. You see, placing my icon on it, it says variable response. So this is a variable with the name response, and it's trying to grab string. So whichever value we are trying to save here must be string. And if you come to this place too, this one to understand this response, it could be any kind of variable, because here if you're trying to
initialize now.
so here now, so but if you say maybe equals, let's say 24, so it is then that it will now tell you that is a number. Then if you say in double quotes, then you say 24, then it is then that it's not going to tell you that this is a string. Alright, because 24, this 24 is different from the other 24. Any 24 in double quotes has already turned to alphabet. But if it's standing alone, it's a number. The same thing here also. Okay. Now, so I'm going to remove this. This is not why we're here. So now we want to continue. So now we've asked the question, have you eaten? Yes or no? And then we are converting the response of the user into lowercase. Then let's move to the next step. All right. So we say step 4. So step 4 here, let's look at our pseudo. What do we have in our pseudo? Step 4 here, after the, okay, then we've grabbed response. Then response, we've grabbed the response, have you eaten? Then we've grabbed the response, have you eaten? We've grabbed the response. Okay. Then now we want to check the answer. So check the response. So we want to check the response. So now, first of all, let's check for, this is where if comes in the loop. So now if the response given equals yes. Someone wants to ask a question, please ask your question. Ask before you go spoil this thing. Someone is clicking on that thing. You wanted to ask a question.
Go on.
Okay, no person. So Damian, they help me watch. All right. So if response equals yes, so that means if your response is same thing as yes, you know, here now we are assigning this as yes, and then you notice that I used equals. At least I can use one equal, right? Isn't it? But if I use one equals, that means I am just setting yes here now. That means I am trying to name response yes.
The only response.
So what if the user inserts no? Whenever it gets here, it's just going to automatically reassign this response now as no. So that's what one equals does. But when you see two equals, it now changes everything. So even the first equals now holds a different meaning, and the second one holds another meaning, which says the first equals is asking that is this response equals yes, like is yes equals this response. So if yes is yes, and then the second equals is now asking that the yes, so is it the same data type? Is it also a string? Are you getting it? Is it yes, and is it a string? So after comparing that, okay, yes, it is a string, then the second equals now check if it is the same yes, yes, that is inside here also. All right, so if one condition is met, it's still going to result to false. Are you getting the point now? So now we're going to the next line. So we are saying if the response that the user gives is yes, then step 5, let's have our step 5 here. Step 5 then step 5, if the answer is yes, then we allow them to if the answer is yes, that's good, remember. Okay, so if the answer is yes, comma, we How do I even put the English? We acknowledge them, ba? Do we acknowledge them?
You remind them.
No, this
always
is yes now.
Hydrated.
We do what?
Food is health. Food is
Yes, you know, this is the comment for what we want to do. So if the answer is yes, we commend them. We commend them. My internet, wait. Before my internet go start to shake again, because I'm noticing my device acting up now. Don't go flop. All right.
What
So
you say na sapa?
we commend them. So after commending them, if it is yes, if they say yes, means they've eaten. You know, it's whoever says yes that we are telling that thanks for checking in. So so if we commend them, so after this is where we now want to commend them now. So if we commend them, so now it's time to commend them. So let's say print. We're now going to print. What were we asked to print there? That's good. Something. I'm gonna copy them from here. I don't feel to retype again. Okay, so I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, so it says that's good. Remember to stay hydrated. All right. As simple as it is, you don't pass with that. So now, one thing that is very essential in this line is what we add. We are going to add break here, just as I've said earlier. We are going to add break in this place. So what does break do? To do what? To end the loop. So which means if this condition has been met, if this particular condition has been met, then they've restored our light. So if this particular condition has been met, then you end the loop. So are you getting the point now? So, but if we remove break, that means even if this condition has been met, it will still go back and read no. It will still go and read the no. But there's no need reading no if the answer actually is yes. So just print this and then you break the loop, isn't it? Are we with me or am I disconnected?
Yes.
Muna no dey allow me if you are the thing say I don't dey disconnected again. Muna dey answer me now. Why una dey do me like this? Yeah?
We can hear you.
A little suspense.
Okay. So then we end the loop here. But if actually what we are trying to do is make I quickly plug this thing. I know the light is going to stay till tomorrow evening again, but these people, you cannot trust them. They have not given their life to Christ. They can remove the light anytime.
No, Sunday is nearby, so they'll give it on Sunday, collect it back on Monday.
But sometimes too, they will show you that they are the owner of their light. Alright. So I don't plug my things, so I shall fear no evil. Alright.
We fire down till no.
we fire down. So the modem is being charged. Okay, Ogechi, yes. Ogechi, your question.
Yes, please. I wanted to ask a question in regards to the break. Is it because of we are ending the whole the end of the program? Is it what does that break now signify? You using the break hash end the loop?
No.
What does it signify?
Remember, hash always means comment. Anything from this line.
Comment, so you said,
I'm just using this to explain that break. Yes, I'm just using it to explain that break ends the loop. So which
that
means
you can't do anything
it will not
outside it now.
Yes, it will just stop. Like it will stop the loop. If
like
this condition is met, if the response is yes, that is when it breaks.
It's just like traffic lights.
Are you getting
Alright,
it?
thank you.
Yes, so that's what it does.
Cool.
Alright, so now we are moving on, and then we want to continue because we want to set another situation. Should in case, what if the user actually says no? You're getting the point now. So now, else if, for other programming language we use else if, but here we use elif. I don't know why they tossing a elif, but who am I? who am I to argue? Else my code no go work. So elif response is no. So this is where we set the condition for no. All right. Then here, let's name it step 6 now. Step 6. Then
Okay, she asked a question.
okay, she asked question again.
She raised up and
Oh,
Miss, is it Miss or Mrs. Ogechi?
if the answer is no, I think she've asked that question. She already asked that question. Then maybe she forgot.
No, I've asked my question. So
Uh-huh.
sorry.
So if the answer is no, ask them to my paste down. Oh chim, I don't use double line. Ask them to go and eat something else first. Ask them to go and eat something else first, then come back. Then come back. All right. So now, if our response is no, then we can now print. What should we print to the user? Let's tell them what we asked to tell them. Else first. Why is this breaking double line? Come on. Else first. So go and eat something else first. Else first.
Go and break your fast.
Go on. First we no get money nko.
Man at the further.
You don't turn out to Elijah. Go and eat something else first. Then you come back. Come later or try again. Let's just use try again. I think try again is most popular in this kind of situations. Okay, so now we've given what's it called now? We've given the condition for yes. If our response is yes, then end, because if our response is yes, we need to send them to thanks for checking in, goodbye. So, but then if it is no, we want a continuous loop, right? So we're not going to add break here. We're not breaking it. He must go back, go try this thing again. All right. So now, the last but not the least, all right, this is called else. All right. Now, else, what does else do? Else is for people that have eyes and still act like, I don't want to say what's in my mouth, but else is for people that God just need to send deliverance to, like people that need deliverance. So
Adamant.
that is people that are adamant to instruction. Like you go open your eyes, see
Pharaoh.
instruction like this. You go want do, like you go want prove boss. So that is where
I must
this
do my
else
own.
is coming in. So here we are going to catch like other unexpected answers or unexpected errors. So here we're going to say step 7. All right. So step 7. Then we are going to say. What do we do here? We are catching unexpected answers. Answers. All right. So we're catching unexpected answers. So for people that are seeing that the question asked, have you eaten? Yes or no, but they would like to say great, affirmative, possible, all right. And what are all those words that we even
It's
use
all
that
beans.
Hey, it's all right. It's all beans. It's all this
So
thing.
I have a question. Sorry.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry for taking.
No
but I
problems,
did
no
not
problems, no
really get the
problems.
part-
That's
I
why
don't
we are
really
here.
get the part where you use that double equal sign.
Okay.
Can you recap?
Double
Why-
equal sign means that. Okay, let me explain from the beginning now. I'm saying so now here. Let me use full screen to explain this. When I see clearly, I'm gonna need one more. All right.
We need onion.
Okay, so now here, all right, we created a response variable. Then we are asking the users, have you eaten? Yes or no. So if the user have typed in their answer, so that means if the user even mistakenly on their cap lock and then type yes or maybe type no, automatically it is going to convert it to lowercase using this lowercase function. And then from line 8 upward, this system will no longer see response as we've typed it again. Whatever it will be seeing from now onward is, if the user say yes, that means wherever it's going to be seeing this again, it's not going to call it response, it's going to call it yes. It appears here again, it's going to call it yes. And if the user says no, wherever it sees it again after this particular line where the user have set a new value for response, it's not going to be seeing response again, it's going to be saying no, no. So now let's say if the user says yes, that response is now yes. So if it brings it here, instead of saying if response, it will say if yes equals yes. So, and then remember, yes is actually a string, right? So these two equals, the first equals means is this yes a string? Are you getting it? It will ask that is this yes a string? Then it will now say yes. That means it has passed one of the string. It has passed one of the equals that yes. Response, this response is a string, so you don't pass one already. Then the second one will now ask that is the string yes, because this is yes. So it's first asking that is the data a yes, a string. Then if it is a string, like if the data here is a string according to this, because here we are looking for a string, because this double quotes, this is string, and then we are looking for the value to be what? Yes. The value of the string should be yes. So the first equals ask that is it a string? Then it will say yes, the data here is a string. So then the second one, so you know here now, if we add yes here, automatically what the computer will now be seeing is this particular same yes. So it will now ask that, okay, the first equals will first go and check that what data type do we have here. The data type is string. Then it will come back and say, okay, data type is string, correct? So let's check for the second equals. The second equals will say, okay, now the data type, is it the same yes that is inside here, that is here, or no? So if it is yes that is here, then it will come and say, okay, yes, it is the same yes. So it is going to now run this. It will now print, that's good. That's good. Remember to stay hydrated. Then it will break this. But if it checks and say, is it the same data type? And it say, yes, it's string. But you now check and now say, okay, we have no here. Is it the same thing? The second equals now want to check if this thing is also no. And since that is not no, then it's just going to ignore this. It will come down to the next one. Then it starts comparing again. So data type again. What's the data type? String, oh, all right. So now, is this no? Then when you say yes, this is no, it will now run what is inside here and say, go and eat something else first. Try again. So this doesn't have break. Then that means it is still going to go back to the beginning here again and say, have you eaten? Are you getting the point now?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. Thank you.
All right.
That means like the two responses that we're supposed to have, yes or no.
Yes or no, thank you. So should in case some others want to put extra options, that is why we have this else here. So actually I'm supposed to use else here, but because I want to add this for those that are adamant, those we go see, they go see instructions but they go refuse to follow. So that was why I use else if here, so that I can use else for them. So else, catching unexpected answers. So we'll now look for one pastorful or pastorly or godly. We'll look for one godly one godly abuse for them. So we'll say print, why you too stubborn like this? Why you too stubborn? Yes or no. So don't worry, you can use anything you like. It's actually your app, but I'm just using this because it is my own app. So I can say, why you too stubborn? Yes or no. So that the reason why this is here is because if anybody is typing anything aside from yes or no, then it's going to send them this, that why are you too stubborn, or why are you too stubborn? Let's make it really English. Why are you too stubborn? Yes or no. So then with this, then once the person types an answer that is not yes or no, then here we are now reminding them that why are you too stubborn? Yes or no. Then the person will now input the correct one. So now this also doesn't have break because this is not actually what we are trying to run. This one is just for people that are stubborn. So the loop is still going to ask again, have you eaten? All right. So now let's go back to our sudo because I'm sure the app is not finished yet. Okay. So it says, thanks for checking in. My first copy. Then after everything, so we can now go back to a new line here, and then now I can now say step 8. What step is this now? Step 8. Am I still connected? I don't hear anything for background. Okay, I'm still connected. So step 8 now, I'm now going to say what did they ask us to do? He said no matter the condition, whatever be. I did talk that in just now. Say no matter what, the program should end with. Okay. So here, thank user for using our app. So then here I can just type print, just normal print. So no matter what happens, we'll just print something and then say thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Goodbye. Then I can use underscore FIFO team. And that's it. So as simple as it is. So everything that we've drawn here, like this our sketch here, this our drawing here, everything we've been explaining, blah blah blah, doing since morning. This is everything now. So now let's sit back and test this our application now. So our application is ready to run. So let's just click on this place.
Please, can I ask a question before?
Yes, go on.
Because I had an error like that when I was trying to type code. So
Okay.
is it that because of the code, when you are coding, actually leave some white spaces because of readability and everything to make it clearer?
Python works with white space. If you notice here,
Okay.
if you have something like this, if you have a function like this, a loop function like this, or a conditional function like this, you need this kind of spacings. If the initial function is here, there must be a tab spacing between them. Then if is another function, it must stand in the same line with other function. If I should tab this forward, just watch here, you're going to see an error. Let me just tab this forward. You see there's an error, so this is definitely not going to work. So every function must stay in a particular. So this is trying to say that everything inside here, this line you're seeing, is saying that all these functions are under this loop, and then this is where the functions are being initiated. So this is the first function, this is the child element of the function, this is the second function, these are the child elements of the second function, and then this is the third function, this is the child element of the third function. That is why when I wanted to do this last one, I had to remove all the tab to start from here, because anything that makes me tab this forward, it will want to count it amongst these tabs right here, like these functions right here, and it might probably give me an error. All right, so that is why I make sure. So if I tab,
okay, that means it's not,
yes,
not about whether it's one line you left,
yes, or two line. It doesn't matter. Now watch this line, just watch this straight line, watch this straight line. If I should tab this forward, do you see now that it's trying to assume that this loop is still getting to this line, and it might actually give me error later on, because if I tab this also, this is also going to be inside of the loop. So I can leave it like this, but it is like advisable to just let it stay out since it's not part of them. All right, so I'm letting it stay out so it understands that this ends here. So now it's detecting that there is a white space here. That's why I'm having this error here. So let me quickly delete this, and then that's it. So now can we run our app now, or do we still have anyone with question? Can we test our app now? Nobody is saying anything. Can we test our app now? Are we there? Anybody?
Yes, thank you. I don't know.
So let's test our app now. So run. All right.
Let's try.
So we've run our app. It says, "Hello user, welcome to FIFO. Have you eaten? Yes or no?" So have we eaten? Have we eaten?
Let's try yes.
Let's try yes. Okay. Yes. Then it says what? That's good. Remember to stay hydrated. Thanks for checking in. Goodbye, FIFO team. Okay, so then let's rerun our application again. So I'm just going to say Python and then the name of our file. I did app. Yes, I did app.py. So okay, then it says hello user, welcome to FIFO again. Have you eaten? Yes or no? Now this is where we are now going to test those people that are stubborn. So let's say someone now wants to say of course. Then it says what? Why are you too stubborn? Yes or no? So what if you now say yes? Why are you too stubborn? Yes or no? Yes nah. Yes or no? Then if you say yes once again, you break the loop. So it's going to break out of the loop and then say that's good. Remember to stay hydrated. Thanks for checking in. Goodbye. But then if we say no, it's going to say go and eat something else first. Try again. Then it says immediately, have you eaten? Yes or no? And you still say no. It will still tell you the same thing. Go and eat something else first. Try again. Have you eaten? Yes or no? Then immediately you've now eaten and then you say yes. Then it will now tell you that's good. Remember
the loop continues until there's a break in.
Yes, you continue until there's a break, because the only place we added break here is when our yes condition is being met. Like if you meet with our yes condition here, that is then you can end the loop. So it's only one place that we ended the loop. So the rest, even if this is what you later fall into this category, we didn't break the loop here, so you still have to answer again. If it is this one, you still have to answer again. And if you didn't finish everything around this loop and get a break, you cannot go to the next code, which is just this last one here that we're thanking users for using our app. So do you get the point now? So that is just as easy as it is when we are discussing mathematical thinking in coding, how to break problems down into step by step. This thing, for example, maybe you're trying to create an app that's does this, does that. You still need a way of calculating things, because here now you see we make our app very responsive by having just these three conditional statements here in our loop, which is actually helping the app function well. That if the person says yes, it is then the app will stop. But if the person says no, we need to force that person to eat, because if you look at what the client brought to us here, the client said force them to do so. So they need to say yes before we can allow them leave. So now you can now join me.
Before you continue, sir.
Okay.
On my end here, I was trying to go with the flow of the class.
Okay.
So how are you able to push in those where we have the if instructions?
Yes.
How are you able to push in those lines? Are you doing it automatic? Is it automatic or what?
Yes, it is automatic. Once he notices this, he knows that everything coming next will be in this manner. So just look at this. Let me just hit enter from here. You discover that it will stop here. It will not go to the beginning. It will stop here. Just watch. Enter. You see? So, but if you do yours and it falls to the beginning, my brother, just know that there's something wrong somewhere. So with that, you can easily tell that there's something wrong. And if you confirm that there's nothing wrong, and after hitting enter, it still starts from here, just press tab once. If you press tab once and it still didn't go to the exact space, then you know that something is definitely wrong. But if you press tab once and it jumps there, then you know that they just didn't just respond. All right. So do we have any other questions before we move to playing with the pseudocode? So let me copy this. Let me copy the solution and then paste inside our pseudocode. Let me copy this and then let me paste it here. Someone wants to say something. Ask your question. I'm listening.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, definitely. So this is the solution. Let me just keep it around here somewhere. Yes. Good evening.
Thank you for your opportunity.
We thank God.
Okay, so my question is, when you are trying to break down this your pseudo code,
Yes.
you made mention of the fact that that no matter the response, the program should end with thanks for checking, goodbye. So
Yes.
I noticed that I had to wait for you to run the code in order. I noticed that when you were running the code for that of no,
Uh,
it didn't say that. Instead, it started all over again, which is also the same thing applicable to the pseudo code. I don't know if that
yes.
should be
Yes.
ignored.
That's how we are supposed to do it. That's how we're supposed to, like, that's the aim.
Okay.
Yes, like that's the aim. Let me show you here. You see, inside our pseudo code, it is only when the person says yes that we tell them thanks for checking in. All right. So then actually we can't tell them that thanks for checking in when we know that we still want to ask them the question. So instead of rerunning the app, we already configured the app to take them back to this place instead of ending the code. So if we want to break it, we can also add break. Even if the answer is no, we can add break also, and then it's just going to tell them thanks for checking in, goodbye. But we want to force them according to what the client requested for. It says force them. So we cannot force them when you can still tell them thanks, goodbye for checking in if they say no. So we really need to force them to do so, else they remain admitted. So they remain admitted means they remain in the loop. So but once they say yes, if they've eaten, then we can now allow them go. So it's just as per what's in our the request from the client. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
So in other words, if that condition is not there, you can now do that.
Yes, if the condition has been met, which is what we want, then we can now end the
Yeah.
loop. But if the condition is not met,
Thank
they will still come back to the question again. They will always have to come back to the question. All right. I believe that has answered your
All
question.
right. Thank you.
Yeah, we thank God. Okay, so now let me, before I stop the class, before I go back to where we are recording the class, and quickly stop the record so that we can upload, and for those who aren't around or couldn't stay till the end would see. Let me adjust this. Una go need to dey settle me. Una go need to dey settle me at least once in a while. You people should just enter my DM. If you don't have my actual contact, just contact my second. He can direct. He can direct you to me. Okay, no problems. Now, what we are going to do, let me share the link again for those who no longer have access to the link. So I'm sharing you the link now. So just click on this link right here in the message section here, and then join me inside this pseudocode stuff here. So you can also, don't worry, if you want to edit anything, just request. I'm going to approve, then you can do whatever you like here. So okay, the code save, the thing save don't come white because there's a particular section here and then there's another section here. This was the section for day before yesterday, and then this is the section for today. So I'm waiting on you guys here. I've not seen anyone. Have we clicked on it? So let me quickly end the meeting first. Let me end the meeting because what we'll be doing next doesn't really matter.